What's up, everybody? It's me, Void Doll, your bitch. Hi. We're gonna do some Call of Shadow. What the hell? Call of Shadow? Crazy. Vesper will be joining us shortly. Make sure you follow all of these beautiful people, and let's get into the recap for tonight's episode of Call to Shadow. Our quick and dirty recap is actually going to be by Kate.
It is? Oh my god!
Indeed.
What an honor! Because I know how to do things quick and dirty. What? Anyways.
Oh my.
I'm the cleric, by the way. Anyways! Should I do it in character or should I do it like...
Yeah, you can do
I
this.
should do it in character?
You surprise us.
However you
Are
want
you
to
gonna
do it.
surprise us? I can't do that dual split screen kind of conversation. My brain doesn't work like that. I could be Solana because I am nervous. And I think a lot of Solana's personality is nerves. Anyways, so, to recap, we, were working with Vampire Scary Man, and it's not really that scary, but, well, he made, I forget what they're called, like vampire replicants of my old party, and we are tasked to save the world, really, save the world from the shadow. We're trying to decide where we were going to go. Some people wanted to just go to Scylla, some people wanted to go find Cyrdan, and there was a lot of decisions of where we could go. We could go to, like, the Clevermore place, go in Gormire. There was a bunch of places we could go. The Kazuhira, everything like that. There was a lot of conversations to be had, hard conversations on why certain people want to go certain places. Sidriel in particular was dead set on going with Cyrdan, and yeah, so that conversation was happening. While that was happening, Theonidas had a bonding moment with Chalice, talking about Chalice's uncle, who we actually know, out of character, is Theonidas. And so we were talking about that for a bit. Theonidas tells Chalice to take care of Solana, and then Chalice tells Theonidas to take care of Luminetta, and then there's a whole thing, and then they all realize how strong Chalice is, and everyone's like, Chalice the strong, Chalice the strong, da, 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 da. It's very cute. But then Chalice becomes like my weird baby bodyguard. It was a very weird thing, with piss dribbling down his leg. It's weird. Yeah, what else happened? There was some things I'm trying to... Oh no, my brain is forgetting that this is Kate speaking now. Forgetting all the things that we did this past week. Oh my god, there was literally so many things and oh no, my attention span. In the end, we find out from Kaylin. Yes. Kaylin. Thank you. I knew it was that one. That Cyrdan is supposedly in Scylla now. So... Oh, I lost my accent. So, now both parties are headed towards Scylla, assumedly. At least that's what we think. That's where we left off in Call to Shadow.
Okay. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw.
For both characters?
Correct.
Okay.
But right now, I just need the characters that are on the screen, their con first, and then we will switch over to the other party.
Gotcha. Ooh.
Okay, Kazu, what'd you get?
I got 14.
Okay, Vesper,
18.
Sidriel,
23.
Solana,
21.
Torrent,
19.
Kalen, his magic is fascinating to behold. In particular for those of you that are casters, divine or otherwise. However, it does cause a nausea as it pulls at the blood in your veins. As he calls upon the sanguine pool to push you through reality. You get this distended feeling. None of you puke, you all make the Constitution save. But it's like being twisted upside down on a roller coaster while also being shaken rapidly and having your temperature drop to very, very cold and then skyrocket very, very high. The blood in your veins responding to the blood that he's using to transpose you across time and space to exactly where you need to be in Scylla. But when the group of you shift out of space and time, it is all at once, and you find yourselves knocking into one another, stumbling over each other, and I need Nathan, please roll a 1d6.
That will be 4.
Everybody takes 4 points of bludgeoning damage as it's forehead to forehead, elbows into guts. It's an ungraceful shift. And you find...
Have we had any healing since the last time we fought something? Just
Yeah,
a
I think
quick
we've
question.
had a long rest since then, I think.
Yep, go ahead and hit that long rest button if you have not yet.
Oh. Okay.
Nice.
Nice. Also,
And correct me if I'm wrong. My memory is fuzzy from the last few sessions.
Nope,
so
you're good. Everybody go ahead and
okay.
hit the long rest button. That works. I was just answering Nat Chan in chat about the Streamlit cards.
Okay.
Okay, you guys
Don't want to
remember...
accidentally backseat there.
You guys remember this this map?
I do. Look, there's the theater.
Oh yeah.
Yep, the Bardic Lane.
Oh, look, there's Solariel's mansion.
Rip.
Oh, look, there's where Torrent was talking to Tia.
Mm-hmm.
Good times, good times. Oh, look, there's where Torrent took a shit.
It's the weirdest tour of Scylla ever.
That's all I remember about Sarah.
You find yourselves outside of Mist Town, just to the south. Or I guess this would be to the east. Anyways, you find yourselves in a familiar, for some of you, I should say, for some of you, it is a familiar interior. There's a breakfast nook, a narrow space that leads into a rounded, open sitting room where there are large windows that look out to the sea. Back in the breakfast nook area, across from where there is kettle and kit and cooking utensils, there is a slide-in booth for food and the like. It is crowded and it is cold. as you find yourselves in Círdan's lighthouse.
Oh, finally.
Anyone with a passive perception of at least a 16?
Perception.
Oh, damn.
Ink.
Okay, so Ink. Oh wait, Ink's not with you. This is just first party.
Okay, just party one. Okay, I thought we moved all together, but okay.
Other party will get to you. What happens with you with the sanguine magic, and where you get put.
Ah.
Okay, anyone with a passive perception of 15.
Solana.
Okay,
Solana does.
Solana, and anyone with a 14. Okay. There is someone else in the lighthouse with you, Solana. Your party, once you initially drop and fall and tumble over each other, you look up above you. You're all kind of on your ass, and when you look up, you see the swirling, liquid, bloody magic. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 amulets that look like blood drops ting 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 tinkle from the ground and land in each of your laps. You hear Kaylin's voice. When you need me, use these to call upon me. And then the magic swirling in a like wave twists, flicks, and before the blood can splatter on anything, it disappears. And you hear someone moving. You think upstairs, and then there's rapid fire steps, and you believe that maybe they're downstairs. Upstairs and downstairs are dictated by a spiral staircase, a narrow, tight twist that goes up further into the lighthouse where all of the guest rooms are, or down, for those of you that have been here, into the library, which is a magic-filled archive. What do you do?
I'm gonna relay that information to everybody in like a hush tone. There's someone here.
There's
And they're
someone
moving
here.
quickly. And they're moving quickly. Very quickly. So we should do.
Which way? Is it
I've never been here. I don't. Do you? Have any of you been here?
direction up, down, left, right?
Oh, they were coming down. They were upstairs coming down.
Sidriel
I don't know where we are.
Sidriel jumps up and he rushes for the staircase.
It's so tiny. Like, you remember how difficult it is for your wide frame to, like, fit your... Círdan made it look like a graceful measure, almost floating. But for you, Sidriel, it's like, God, it's so narrow. You have to make
I would
him...
like to try to grab
Grab him?
Sidriel before they go down the stairs.
Okay, athletics or acrobatics. He's going up.
Okay, or up the stairs.
So athletics, acrobatics, opposing for the both of you?
Acrobatics, you said?
Yeah, either one.
And
Opposing.
he's just like, wait. And whisper to you.
Said athletics or acrobatics, is what you said,
Yes.
right? Okay. I was like, not acrobatics, please no.
Okay. 22. That is what I got. Or is
That's
that what
what
you
I
also
thought.
got?
Okay.
Oh.
So the both of you are locked arm in arm, almost like that one that one gif with Arnold and,
Oh.
you know, just unstoppable force, immovable object. What do?
You will let me go.
Just hold on a second. Don't do anything hasty.
I know where we are.
And you know who that is?
There's a million things in here.
Okay.
None
well,
of them
we
I've
can-
ever had to be afraid of.
We can go about this quietly and carefully. There's no reason to rush in.
I live here, Torrent.
That doesn't matter. Who knows what dangers could be here? You've been gone. Let's just go slow and together. We will get to whatever it is. Why are you in such a hurry? I'm not trying to stop you. I'm just trying to be safe. He's going to cast Path Without a Trace. Or Pass Without Trace. That way we can...
Okay.
Stealthy.
I'm just gonna quick meanwhile to get what everybody's doing in the same moment. Kazu, what are you doing in the same moment?
I mean, Kazu, he goes watching them and watching them lock arms and thinks, oh, they look they got a lot closer and it makes me very happy for them. But no, he's just waiting and watching and being prepared.
Okay. And Vesper, what are you doing?
Vesper's taking a sniff. He's smelling out the area, seeing compared to
sorry.
the last time
It's
he
me.
was there. What's different from the last time he was there?
In terms of sense?
Since scent, yeah.
Okay, roll a perception. And Solana, what are you doing?
I've just to clarify for myself, where is everybody in relation to me? Like, specifically Vesper and Sidriel. So Sidriel's almost like halfway up
you
the
are
stairs, and then where's
all-
Vesper?
You're all like crowded in together. Like this is initially you fall, Sidriel stands up. As he's standing up is when Torrent grabs a hold of him.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're still all like within a close vicinity.
Yeah. You're all within
Um,
like 5 to 10 feet of each other in this
Okay.
narrow little breakfast nook area.
Okay. Well, I want to ask you. I have this thing that lets me teleport to a place I can see. Technically, I can't see upstairs, but if I wanted to teleport, could I do that?
You could.
Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna, if I see Vesper sniffing, I'm gonna just tell him, you want a better look upstairs. Quickly.
You want a better what?
Look upstairs. Would you like to
Oh.
look upstairs? Quickly. That's where I
Alright.
heard the sound. Okay, I'll touch him and let him go upstairs.
Okay,
It's
so
a
you,
15 for perception.
so you teleport Vesper on the stairs in the same moment that Torrent's like, God damn it, and casting Pass Without a Trace.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yep.
15 on perception. You smell another
Yes.
wolf.
Oh.
But this is different than your wolf. This is more wild. And the lighthouse is very cold. It feels as if something has been here that does not belong. You can smell it like mold and ash. Anyone with a passive perception of at least an 11. There is, in the breakfast nook area, there, for those of you that lived here, Sidriel, there was a china display. And these cat and bee, specifically, teacups were on display. They were a set, 4-person set, and they were hand-painted. One of one. All of them have been smashed and they're strewn out on the floor, but it looks as if someone shifted through the pieces and tried to maybe sweep it up. So they're at the edges of the floor, but you can imagine where they were destroyed, what it might have looked like. There's also no books. The spice rack is empty. It looks as if someone maybe has cleaned up, but for everyone else, it looks like there was a domestic dispute that was then cleaned, shoddily for the most part, but cleaned nonetheless. and for Vesper specifically, the mold reminds you of what the shadow smells like. Something unwelcome has been here. And I'm going to go back around so you each can respond. Sidriel? Torrent?
Oh, what the fuck? What? Do none of you know anything about strategy? And he's just, like angry staring at Solana right now, seeing her cast that and Vesper disappear. This is so much to ask to have a little bit of tactic.
Would have been smart just to let me go first. At least I could have stood in the way if anything came.
It would have been smart for all of us to stick together. There was no reason for anyone to go ahead.
Just keep an eye. It's all right.
You don't know what's going on. He could be getting devoured by some crazy creature
Do you
upstairs right now,
hear
and you
him
sent him
getting
into their jaws.
devoured? Do you hear him getting devoured?
It could be a silent devouring.
Yeah. Listen to the master of
Yes.
nuggets over here.
That's very,
couldn't
very
have-
true. It's all he's saying is to gather information before we
Right,
jump
who
at
wants to go
things.
next? The quicker we are, the quicker we can move. Who wants to go next? Upstairs. Sidriel?
Do I hear Solana say that from where I'm at?
Yes.
I'm gonna make a hand motion like that. No.
Can we see him?
We can't see him now.
Depends on
Oh,
if
you
he's
guys can-
Can
gone
we?
up the stairs, because you got him on the stairs. So if he
Okay.
pokes it, okay, so imagine like there's like a little cutout that you have to like literally climb up into. You can poke your head back down and be like, shut the fuck up if you want on the steps.
That's what I'm doing. If I smell those werewolves, I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna do this. No.
So do we see that?
Depends on your passive perception. Is it at least a 12? Because otherwise you're too busy bickering.
Yes.
I see it.
Do you see? He's clearly signaling that it's not safe.
Then it'll be fine if we go together, right?
His back is itchy, perhaps.
If you're mad, then let's just go.
One word, guys. I got this.
This is ridiculous.
Now,
That's great.
the next thing your party notices at this point, Trallis is not here.
Oh yes, where is Charles? What Vesper said. Anyone? We'd
Anyone
put
have
a
a
bell
message?
on the boy. Maybe we should put a bell on the boy. Does anyone know where he is?
And then meanwhile, with your small group for a moment, I'll give each of you a turn, but I'm going to come over to Vesper and then I'm going to work my way around. Vesper, I assume you're being stealthy.
Yes,
Roll.
very.
Roll
Giant.
roll a stealth, and then I will describe to you what you see upstairs.
Would he be considered within 30 feet of me?
You may use the 10,
Yeah,
the plus 10.
Oh, then
surely.
that's 28.
Okay.
I mean,
You are
We'll start
quieter
with-
than
yeah.
a cat fart.
Those are pretty loud sometimes.
They are.
Just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just going to whatever I'm going into. I'm just going to peek my head in just to survey wherever the next room is. I'm going to motion to them and be like, quiet. Me, go in quietly.
Can Sidriel see that?
Yes. If as soon as it's pointed out. Yeah.
He'll try to motion to him which door is his, like which room is his, and then like the other rooms on that floor.
Let me explain what you see first. So this floor is All the doors are open. Many of them are ripped off the hinges. There is a black decay on the floor, the ceiling, the walls. Every room's contents has been destroyed and spilled. No one has gone through this floor and cleaned it up. This floor has been battered and ruined. The sounds of footsteps are nowhere to be heard. The scent is more pungent up here. But the scent of a werewolf is less. What's your passive insight?
16.
Whatever werewolf or wolves are within these walls, just as you have spotted them, they have spotted you. And are likely masking their descent.
So I know they're in here
Yes.
and they're on the lower floor.
There are 6 doors. All of them are open. You cannot see into all 6 of the bedrooms. At the end, there is 2 large floor-to-ceiling shelves by a seated window perch. The window has a crack through it and there is wind whistling. All of the books are spilled out onto the hallway. It is chilly. No fires have burned in any of these hearths. And there's a pressure in the air that's hard to place. It's hard to place what it means, but it causes all of the fine hairs on your arm and the back of your neck to stand up on edge. You believe that the wolves, if they are on this floor, are hiding from you. If there are multiple. What do you do?
I will slowly and quietly go back down and make my way to the party without making too much noise.
Okay. Now, Yankee Boy played a card, and chose Sidriel. So Sidriel, your next little roleplay bit, your next line ish is talk like a troll as Sidriel. So typically trolls sound a little bit like this, kind of loud, kind of dumb. Word big bad, no coming good. So good luck, improv however you'd like. You stealth down, and I'm gonna go around. Any preparations for the rest of the party? You're gonna start with Hazard before Vesper gets to you and Sidriel starts role playing as a little bit trolly. Torrent, what would you like to do to prep?
He's just grumpy face. Well, I've already done all I can do, so I'm good to go. It seems this plan's already in motion. That's it. He's just gonna get ready to move as soon as everybody else is ready to move.
Okay. Solana, any prep for you?
I think Solana's just annoyed with the bickering and just is like, let's just get this shit done so we can do what we need to do. So I guess she's annoyed. And she's a bit of a princess. She's just gonna face step to away from the group, but not away, but like in between where Vesper is and they are. So like basically halfway up the stairs. Basically, she's gonna be right there getting ready to meet up with Vesper.
Okay.
At the edge of the stairs.
Okay, perfect. And then we are going to slide over to Kazu. What are you doing? I will say
Kazu,
it is much too small in here to summon Twizzle, but Zozo completely different.
Twizzle.
Twizzle could their heads could come in the windows and stuff, but Just so you're aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he would have already, if you're so willing, he would have already cast Mage Armor, right? And he goes, right? And then afterwards, he will see as we're kind of like, there's something tension happening. He's gonna make use of the, what was it called again that you cast?
Pass without trace.
Pass without trace, and he'll go stealth. Or attempt to. I think
Oh, we
you're
can't hear you.
muted
You're
to
muted.
us. It's really cool, bro.
So behind you is the sitting area, and then in front of
Okay.
you is the stairway that goes up. There is a doorway. There's a door, but you think that it leads out to like a little mud room, and then like the garden area that's outside of the lighthouse. So I guess where would he go? Because it's such a small space. Also note, the Nat Chan gives you +1 to your next attack, and then Yankee Boy played Good Berries. You have to pick who you give those to. So at who you give them to.
Nice.
Yeah. So where do you go?
Oh,
Well, he will press up in a position at a corner, so he's not like in direct line of sight, but in a way where he will see something coming before they see him.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So
kind
back,
of like a
probably back in the sitting room.
yeah.
Yeah, or like behind the big like china cabinet, like kind of.
Yeah,
Stick
and
yourself
understanding
there.
pass without a trace, he stays within the bubble.
It's such close
I will-
quarters that the bubble hits the entire bottom floor.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's
I will.
tiny.
and the top floor.
Ooh,
The top floor.
natural 20 for 22 plus 10.
Okay.
That is
Ooh.
32.
So you are well
I'm
hidden.
just. I am the wall.
And as you wall out, there's like something like that shifts in your back pocket because you're pressed against it. You reach in, you pull out three good berries.
Ooh,
All right, you eat one.
yeah, it was delicious. But I am the wall. I am the wall.
Okay. And Sidriel. Before Vesper gets to you, is there anything you don't have to roleplay? You just before Vesper gets to you and you roleplay, is there anything that you do for prep?
I have to roleplay this, don't I? I have to.
If you do, you got to do it like a troll. I'm sorry.
Putting on a voice changer for this because fuck my life. I'm so mad. So
Me gonna do the big holy sniff sniff. Who be evil, who be good? Good. Citrial smell bad things. What smell is there? Smell. Good evil?
Perfect.
I would like to
I think this. I like this new situation.
roll.
Let's
I
do
would
it.
like to have cast Divine Sense.
Okay.
There's more. Don't. There's more. I'd like to cast Divine Sense, please.
When Vesper reappears, he pings. And you see for a moment overlaid his face is a demonic flat mask. And then Vesper's creepy little laugh that in the back of your mind, Citriel.
Is there anything else, or just him?
Everything else would have been, if it's here, if you sense it, it's hiding. It's undercover.
Okay. Okay, there's still more. Hold on. We'll do the rest of this scene in the stupid voice.
Me used to feel safe here. But now, hell follows Sidriel. Hell is Sidriel. Sidriel no like. Sidriel angry. Oh, Sidriel ready to smash shadows with holy punch. Oh, whoever bad. Me find you. Me smash. Me send.
The Hulk is a troll.
Me send you to super hell where bad guys do eternal plagues. Oh, Sidriel angry.
Wow. That's
In case you
beautiful.
didn't notice, this is actually not something that he is. You can feel this this wave of anger coming off of Sidril. He's not actually saying that he's angry, but this is just the troll expressing his feelings because he doesn't know another way to do it. So yes, there is this wave of anger, this rage that is coming off of him because this is supposed to be his safe place and it has been defiled.
Vesper, you have to shout your next lines. Even though you are stealthing, you are
That is
shouting.
crazy.
And because you are shouting, very likely everyone will know exactly who and what you are and where you are. So, thank you, chat. Go ahead.
For ruining
Oh
our
my
stealth.
God.
I'm just joking.
So he starts to descend from the stairs, and you guys see him sprinting towards you.
Werewolves! They're here! The wild dogs, they're here! That's like me, but they're wild. But not me, because I'm more controlled, but they're here! They were upstairs. Something else was upstairs. There was like dark residues of things and everything was all over the place, but they're downstairs! They're waiting! There's no point in being quiet now! They know!
The only thing I can think of right now, Vesper, is there's trolls! Trolls in the dungeon!
Roll in the dungeon!
So, like,
I just thought you should know.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, Kazu's still just be the wall. Be the wall.
What is happening?
What do we know?
A professional
Really good.
tactical
You.
team.
God, I just. Okay.
Torin just sits down like, what the fuck?
We are the elites. Be the wall. We will be the ones saving the world. Be the
Do you
wall.
guys hear something upstairs shatter? Or something downstairs shatter? And footsteps. A door open and close as whoever it is, they're running. They're making a high velocity escape.
Is there a window nearby?
There is a window in the sitting room, and they're all busted outwards, so you can just jump through. The closest.
Can we see them through it?
So they are. You believe they're in the archives, and they came up to your floor. The door behind the stairs opens. That mudroom. And you hear them move beyond that. So behind you, there's those windows. Right off to your left, there's a doorway outside, but you have to run around the lighthouse to catch them.
Do we see them?
You don't see them.
Do I see them?
You don't see them.
Are they within?
You just
Are they
hear them.
within like?
Don't see them. Just hear them. They're running.
You can see.
They were stealthing, and they heard, "There's no point in hiding now." They're running, rah!" And now they're running. They are running. They're running. So
Well, whoever it is, they seem to be scared of us.
the question is,
Should grab one.
is gonna pick up Torrent and fly out a window.
Nice.
He just lets it happen. He's just like, I don't. Okay.
Torrent, my stealth, please stay closer.
Torrent missile is just like
See, there's no point in chasing them. Shouldn't we just stay here?
Sidrill's
I
not
thought they were
listening.
wolves.
Oh,
What about the
He
wolves?
wants to know who destroyed his home.
There may be an invasion, and it would be nice to know what's happening. Oh, okay, bye.
Wolves? Vesper?
I know what they're like. That's
Where? Do you think that was a wolf?
I'm gonna take a big sniff of like the trail of where they where it ran.
Okay, you open up the mudroom, you take a sniff. Absolutely, wolves.
That's wolves.
Why are they scared?
How many?
Um,
That I can smell. Estimate.
for that you'll have to roll a perception.
Deal. 18.
Just one.
1. Just 1.
Didn't you say wolves plural? There
Hmm.
might be more in here.
There could
Yeah.
be more in here. 1 escaped, from what I know.
So do we focus on the one or do we focus on the more?
Well, if it's just 1. If I'm being quite honest, I want to stay here and protect Sid's home. And if there's more in here, maybe scare him off, or I don't know.
Can do
But,
that.
well, to be fair, I think we should stick together as a party. We don't know what kind of state Scylla is in just yet.
That's true. All right.
I mean, this,
But
if
should we
anything, this
follow-
could be ruined through war and invasion. So let's stick together. Yes?
So we should
Right.
go. You want to go follow Sid and Torrent?
Yes. Sid just went out, and if there's so happen to be, I don't know, maybe an entire army of shadow monsters,
Maybe they're
perhaps we
going to
might
like
need a little help.
Maybe it's going back to its pack. We should probably go.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Okay, come
Fine.
on. Onward. This way.
We sprint.
Come on.
I sprint.
Oh my god, you're so fast.
just for the visual sake. Solana has her spirit guardian still up, so there's just like a bunch of the ghostly party still with her, and she's just like, "Fuck! Oh, here we go!" and running, and so you see them all kind of running together.
Yippee.
Okay, everybody go ahead and get into alchemy.
Oh. Heyo.
Alchemy.
Oh, I can't move anything. Oop.
Maybe that's working. Okay, Sidriel and Torrent. Sidriel, you grab a hold of Torrent. Your spectral wings flare out, and you take off. I need you to make a perception check.
$16.
Okay, Torrent, make a perception check.
Perception. 11.
Okay. So as you are being carried and like whipped, it starts to rain, just pissing, torrential downpour. Overhead, there are large claws of lightning that rake across thick storm clouds coming on so suddenly. You don't see anything. You are just strung along, pelted with freezing rain, a little bit uncomfortable. And Sidriel, you see this hooded figure, and they are running the crossroads towards Scylla. They've got a bag on their back that looks like it's just filled with loot, and they're just hightailing it as the storm hits.
We're gonna fly overhead, and I'm gonna drop you on top of them, and you're gonna take them out.
That would be great if you saw anybody, but you don't. So just mind you.
I don't see anyone?
No. Torrent. That would be great. You're here for the plan, but just so you know, you do have blindness, unless you have blind sense. So
When Sidriel
no.
drops you on them, you're at disadvantage.
Sure,
Yippee.
that's fine. Whatever the plan is, why not? I'm gonna cast balance on myself before Sid drops me.
Okay.
It's just like, whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there a way for me to cast like lights or something for him to be able to see a little bit better, or no?
If it has any kind of, somatic components you gotta move for, no. Not until you drop him will you be able to cast it.
No, it just requires voice and some material,
Okay.
like
then,
something shiny. So, picking one of my ethereal feathers,
Yeah, you could do that.
using it as light.
Okay.
How am I carrying Torrent right now? This is the question.
That's up to you. How are you carrying Torrent right now? Would you like to describe to our viewers at home? Is another ship about to be born right now? Live?
Oh, jeez.
I just imagine Sid having picked him up like under the arms and like carrying him like a baby on his side, kind of like how you balance a baby on your hip. Do you know what I'm talking about? But that's how Torrent is. He's like under his arm, like he's just like full on under here. He says, "Do me a favor and grab one of those feathers, will you?"
Okay, if you say so. Just gonna grab it
Pull it out.
and pull it out.
And then Sidril just says, "Let this light guide you. Kick his ass."
Can do.
For the
Yeah, and
audience at
Sidril
home,
is literally gonna try to get him to that spot.
okay, can you describe like this dejectedness in Torrent for us? Like where, like, could you just, how does he feel right now? How is,
He's just like kind of in shock right now to a degree. Like, this is the worst kind of plan. Everything is just immediately like gone to chaos. Like, this is completely against all of his instinct. Like, if the opportunity was there, he would have stealthed away, like tried to get intel on the situation, like planned out the strategy. Instead, he like everybody's making noise. He's gonna literally be just dropped on his opponent in the darkness with no information. It's just like this is the moment I'm gonna die. We're gonna get here and then we're gonna die, and this is it. It's gonna be an immediate failure. So okay,
all right.
why not?
I need everyone to make an initiative check.
All right, let's go.
Check. Yeah, everyone's rolling initiative.
I got 4.
Good. Good. Let me write this down. Okay, Sidra, what'd you get?
I was not paying attention. 19.
Okay, Torrent.
16.
Okay. Kazu.
16.
All right. So Lana.
10.
Okay. So right now it's Sidriel and it's Torrent. All right, Sidriel. The figure looks quite small from this angle, but it isn't just because they are so far down. They are about 30 feet from you. You think that they are maybe feminine or maybe young individual. It is your move. You've got Torrent on the alchemy. That's how far they are from you.
30 feet.
So,
knowing what he sees, Sidril says to Torrent, "I know you like to know everything and do everything behind the scenes. Just small, feminine figure carrying a bag of loot, 30 feet. And then gives him a general direction. I don't know if that's like northeast or north, wherever the fuck that is, northeast, right? I guess in terms of direction. And he
Yes.
gives him he tries to tell him which direction he's in. Small, young, something, I don't know, but they've got something from the house. And if anything is taken from there, there's a lot of things in there, Torrent, that nobody can get their hands on. Do you understand?
So kill, no kill. How do I handle
Interrogate.
target. Okay. Detain and interrogate.
I'm sorry to have grabbed you and taken you out the window. It's just, I'm not thinking straight, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And
Whenever
you're just
you're ready.
right there. Oh, okay. It's just, Sidril just goes forward, and he's counting down the distance so that Torrent can kind of have an idea of where, in which direction. Do you see him now? Can you see him?
Can I see them?
With the feather, yes. Within 30 feet, you can squint, and you're like, oh, okay. Looks like a typical Scylla thief. Probably someone that belongs to the Rat Queen if they're not. If they're local. If they're not local, wolf. And there are a lot of wolves. The wolves in the Gormire, just so you know, this is what Torrent would know from Solariel, they can be reasoned with. However, they are straight thugs. They break into lower and upper city of Scylla all the time. They're anarchists. They light things on fire, they steal a bunch of things, and then they disappear back into the mire. They are adapted to the malignant nature of the shadow. But you yourself, under Lady Lyria, saw werewolves, shifters that were corrupted from the shadow. And so you don't know how these ones that live in the mire, that are wild, manage not to be infected.
Sounds good.
Also, you have a +1 to your next saving throw.
Excellent. Thank you very much for the +1.
Okay, so
And if
Sidriel.
you're still super close to me, if you're in 10 feet of me, then you still get +3 on your saving throws if you're still within that distance. So Sidril will dive down and will count down and drop Torrent.
Are you able to move your tokens?
Yep. Oh, I lost myself. I can't get him. Stuck. There, thanks. And it's almost like he's targeting like a missile, as if you're imagining you have to let him go beforehand so that as he falls, he's not falling straight down, he's falling
Gotcha. Yep.
toward the target point.
Physics. Excellent.
Target locked.
Okay. To initiate that without dropping him really to his death, it's going to be an acrobatics from Sidriel or an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Intelligence saving throw? Sure. Why not?
Yeah, physics. It's a science.
It's a good thing we brought out the fancy dice today. All right. +3 intelligence saving throw, 14, 15, 16, 17 intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Torrent, you'll only take half of the fall damage that you would otherwise, but you'll be if you actually land on your target, you'll be bludgeoning them as well. And it is your turn, Torrent. Unless there's anything else for Sidriel beyond the bonus action to drop Torrent.
I guess he trying to look at like what else he would do. That's probably that, and he would, before he lets go, he'd probably cast heroism on Torrent.
Okay, that's your action. What does that do?
A willing creature you touch. Are you willing, Torrent? Are you willing?
I'm willing.
is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened or gains temporary hit points equal to my spellcasting ability modifier at the start of each of its turns. When the spell ends, the target loses any remaining temporary hit points from the spell. So basically, if I cast this, it gets some additional HP for the time being, and he can't be frightened.
Okay, then
Whatever my spellcasting ability is.
it is your move.
Okay. Yeah, if you find that a spellcasting modifier, just send the message so I can add it. Okay.
It's temporary hit points of 3.
Ah, cool.
It says interrogate, don't kill. Okay?
Got
Bring
it.
back whatever he has. Please.
And he's just going to drop in on them.
Okay.
And try to tackle and grapple.
Okay. Acrobatics or athletics. And then roll 3d6 points of damage. That is how
Okay.
much you will take, and they will take as the both of you collide.
Okay. You said acrobatics or athletics?
Yes.
Okay. Really glad that I cast balance before being thrown. Let's see. Okay, so 18 on the acrobatics.
Okay.
And how much damage did you say?
3d6.
3d6? Okay. 9. 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So your whole move is to drop down, grab a hold of them. Your chest smashes into the back of their head. They fall down into the ground, sliding ahead of you. They lose their bag. As the bag rolls forward, it opens up, and there are silks and slippers and gems. All of these items that look like some of Círdan's personal belongings go spilling out over the rain-drenched, muddy floor. The wide-sleeved robes instantly destroyed in the rain, and the figure, female, just as the two of you bounce and then slide. You have one action left. You can use it to actually grapple them, if you would like.
That is what I would like to do.
Okay, then it is going to be opposing athletics.
Okay. Sounds good. $15 athletics.
Okay, she breaks free.
Are they like were we still prone while we were trying to grapple each other, or?
Yeah, but she's like pulled her arms away. She's very strong for how slight she is.
Okay.
You get a quick impression of like a kind of plain face, big scar on the cheek down the neck, hair oily, pulled back, dark eyes, and that is your turn. Coming around to Kazu, it is your turn. You find yourself at the bottom of the map since the rest of you are running after your party. So if I move the map, you can see yourself right there. You see where you are? You're down there. You're running.
Yeah.
You're like, ah!
Can I see them?
Sidriel's up in the air. You can see Torrent and this woman grappling. This small figure. I shouldn't say just woman. Small figure.
I put my hand on Vespa and I say, Vespa, are you ready? I can get you in there real quick.
Oh God, I've already been teleported once. Sure, whatever.
Okay, perfect. Let's go. I will use a vortex warp to shunt him in there.
Okay, it's 90 feet forward. Go ahead and move your token, Vesper.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Whee! Just all full 90 feet?
Imagine I just overshoot you. Oh, I can't. I don't have my glasses on. No,
Use his full movement to get back.
I mean, What is the distance we're here? Can I?
Is it a up to? Can you?
50.
Yeah, up to 90 feet.
It's like 60
Oh.
feet.
Yeah, go. Go. Yeah, sure. Wherever you want to be.
I want to be right there.
Perfect. Attaboy, go on. I'm on my way. I will go and 30 feet here. And that's my turn.
Okay. Solana, your turn.
Okay. Gonna move my 30, basically just with Kazu. And then I'm gonna try to cast a command on this thing.
Okay. When you
And she's
all move
gonna-
in this close, you can tell that it's a woman.
Okay. I'm gonna just yell out in a booming voice, like, stop! Just
Okay.
stop. Or a freeze, one or the other.
Okay.
It's a wisdom. DC 13.
She barely makes it. Because it's wisdom, right?
Yeah, wisdom.
Yeah.
Can I use my advantage to pose disadvantage on this person?
You cannot, but if
Cannot,
somebody
okay.
had silvery barbs, she could roll again.
Oh, I do have silvery barbs, but it says that you use the... Am I thinking of the wrong thing? Has advantage. Oh no, I choose somebody. My bad. Yeah, I'll just... oh wait, I don't think I can cast silvery barbs on.
It's
Because I just
reaction.
cast a spell.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, but I just cast the spell, so I can't.
Yeah, but if like Kazu did or someone else,
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
if someone else had it, they could cast it and impose disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah, then if I since I can't do that, that's it. That's it.
Okay. Then that brings it around Vesper. Your
All
turn.
right, being this close to this woman, she's a thief. She works underground, like, right? Would I somehow maybe have run into her or known her because I'm part of a criminal organization called Death's Embrace?
You'd have to see her face, but you have an inkling with your passive insight that you know who this is.
Then I'm gonna just get real close. I'm just gonna walk. I'm gonna like, if Sid and Torrent see me, I'm squinting and then I'm walking, calm. Do I? And then I get close and then look at the face.
Torrent's gonna shout, "Detain, don't kill!" Just because he assumes Vesper's gonna immediately stab whoever it is.
Right? Okay. Vesper, as you squint in the pouring, the pissing rain, you see Torrent and this woman squat Torrent like on top and then on bottom, and it's kind of reminiscent of when he was choking Solana out. And you're like, man, this guy likes to choke women. Like, it's just kind of a back thought, and then you realize it's the demon in the back of your mind. Just making commentary. And the demon, it somehow kind of integrated itself in all the voices that you already hear. And you're acknowledging it in a way. And then you squat down as her hood falls back. And you recognize the woman who made you what you are. And the moment that
What's
she
her name?
sees you, she stills. Her hands locked, staring at Torrent, blinking, really. She gave you the name Sally, but you know that that is not her true name.
Sally? Is that you? Torrent, wait! I know her.
Well,
What are you
tell her
doing?
to stop squirming?
Just hold on, Sally, wait. What are you doing all the way out here?
Well, I was going to take, and she tucks her chin at the spilled silks. We're out of combat now, so everybody can shift and move about as they need.
Yeah.
Like Sidriel can land and etc. And she motions to the bag of certain silks. It's going to sell all of those while I wait for you.
You were waiting for me. You're the one who's waiting. Sid, she's the one. Guys, everyone! I am the way I am because of her. Well, not the crazy part, but the wolf part, the dog.
Can you tell your fish to get off me, please?
As Kazu gets there, he pulls out a dagger. Oh, I got it! I got you guys!
Wait!
What?
She's good. It's fine, I know her.
Oh, then that's lovely. Then. Hello, I'm Kazuhiko. Pleasure to meet you.
Okay, well, why did you run? If you knew I was here.
Couldn't be sure. It sounded like there was a lot of voices. I just wanted to... Times are tough. There's all sorts of shit. You're really you, right?
He starts touching his face.
For the most part, yeah.
You're not just something that looks like you, right?
No.
Because
Solana, am I me?
you've been here before to meet me. And it wasn't you.
Are you sure it's just not another red tiefling that you ran across with white hair?
I'm not an idiot.
Okay, sorry. I didn't.
Now get off me, fish, or I'm going to jujitsu you so hard that I'm gonna pop your head like a grape.
Yeah, she's done it for to me, so you should probably get off.
Sidriel lands at that moment and looks at Vesper, looks back at the newcomer and squints.
Oh, this the guy? Sidon say you come. Sidriel wait. Sidriel think maybe Sidon wrong, but no, you here. You real you good guy?
Why the fuck are
That's
you
the
talking
bad
like
guy?
that?
Sidriel not sure. Sidriel do sniff test. Okay, Sidriel decide. You not smell evil. Maybe you smell bad. Like dog.
The next thing you have to say, Solana, you're gonna have to shout it. Sorry, you're gonna have to yell.
Oh.
Roleplay. So
She just squints at you in the rain, and then looks at Kazu, who probably still has the knife.
Oh no, I put it away. I was my hand's out to shake her hand, if anything. Hello. Pleasure.
Is this your new crew, Vesper?
Yeah, they're really nice. They've helped me be a little less crazy.
We're a family.
Oh, good. Good. That's
Yes.
good.
Yeah, Sally's like my mom, kind of.
Oh, that's lovely. If you raised quite a fine man.
I didn't raise him. I made a mistake and then tried to... Can you please get off me and we just conversate? Get out of the rain, maybe?
Let's go back.
I do.
Sidriel puts his hand out to Torrent to pull him up.
Thank you. My vocal cords were disabled accidentally, but I have gotten up.
Oh.
And I'm sorry.
Should get that checked.
I'm sorry. What? And then she's like pulls on whoever's offering her hand and stands up, and she's like 5'6", very average. Like looking at her, she's a face in a crowd that would just easily get lost. And she goes over to the bag of Cyrdan silks and starts shoving them in, just putting the jewels in.
I'd really prefer if you didn't take those.
Sure. Here, I mean,
Do they belong to you?
No, but there's nobody there.
They belong to me.
You don't look
It
like
is
the
a come.
Hold on, you don't look like the lighthouse guy. I thought he was an elf. You're the lighthouse?
He is more than one person who lives there.
They were roommates.
They were husbands!
She just yells like right next to you. She screams.
Why are you shouting?
Not-
We're right next to you.
They were husbands! Don't
That's
you
not-
understand?
Banana, we're like
That's his
inches away from
lover's
you. You're hurting my
items!
ear now.
Leave them alone!
Who are you?
She's just excited.
Who are you yelling at?
Just
Sorry,
because
I
he's here
think-
right now doesn't mean
I-
you have any right to invade somebody else's house and take their things.
You clearly grew up getting all the meals you've ever wanted. You've clearly grown up in a way that is incredibly different from myself or your son, Vesper, because we're a family, according to
My
Knife
son?
wielder.
What?
Well, your family.
Ooh.
You look. You
What do you want? Want money?
Would I
You want
give a
something to
fuck?
survive? Is that what you want?
Well, I just. You have to talk and control Sidriel.
Fucking kidding me. Again? Again?
Yeah, it should
Again?
have. It should have quite the
Cool down?
Yeah, it should have a cooldown about 40 minutes.
That's
So
definitely not 40 minutes.
Definitely
Yeah.
has not been cooled down. Definitely, if anything, it is heated up. It is not
more
cooled
than
down.
once among all users until specified time has elapsed. Yeah, okay. Says it's successful. Interesting. Let's see. Enable option to show a timer on screen for cards that require time to perform action. No.
Cooldown is in the card itself. If you're in the card,
Cooldown.
if you want to edit it, it'll be on the card itself. So when you click on it,
Yeah,
and
I
edit
right
the
here. The
card.
cooldown prevent the card from being played more than once among all users until specified time has elapsed. Is on.
you have to set the time. Did you set the time?
Yep. It's minutes. It's 40 minutes. And it's just that was 14, and then I don't know. I'm not sure why it's doing that. So just do this one last little troll, Sidriel. She's just shaking her head, and then oh pray to God that it updates. Yeah. I think now it's updated. Now that he's played it, now it'll now everyone's safe for 40 minutes.
Yippee!
So as you're saying, what do you need? Money? What do you need to survive? Well,
It says, yeah.
duh. I mean,
Ah.
yes. What? She motions around Scylla, and you can actually see big sections of the wall that have been broken. There are, in the rain, large plumes of blackened smoke, like it's been on fire for some time recently. It is incredibly difficult making a living in this world. I mean, you have eyes. I can see that you have eyes. They do work, right? You are aware of the state of the world.
More than you know.
Then yes, I would love the gems and silk because no one's been there for months, and Vesper came once or twice already and ended up being this crazy monstrosity that I had to fight off, so I feel like I'm owed something for all of it. I feel like I'm owed, and so I'm taking these and I'm going to sell them, and then I'm going to buy myself something to eat and something to drink, and if you really are you, I pray to God that when we get back to wherever it is we decide to meet, I was told by the wizard the lighthouse was safe. It's not.
That's right. So you're not the one that to do with anything upstairs, right?
Oh, the mess?
The mess, yes.
Yeah, that was me fighting you the last time. I haven't cleaned it up yet. I'm sorry about that.
Oh. Sidriel, I swear to God, I never came back and made a mess of things.
Yeah, you were with us this whole time, yes? So, who was it that you met with, if not him?
A clone?
A shadow.
More shadows.
It was a man, I think. A dark robe and cowl. But there were runes on his hands and rings. It was quite a fight. They were a creature. There were 8 of them at one point, trying to break into downstairs. But whatever the wizard's done, I suppose it held. It's a big explosion. Well. I just wanted to get the fuck out of there. With, you know, something worth my time.
Well, I'm sure if we go back, we can sort things out. You know, things you can keep and things that need to stay.
You know, keep nothing from house.
Why not?
You want things, you ask. No, just take, like greedy little goblin. These belong to Círdan. No give.
All right,
Sidriel,
fine.
no give. Sidriel protect. Sidriel hoard.
Okay, you are obviously deranged and need some help. I will take gold.
Sidriel flicks a platinum piece at them.
Oh! She bites it, sniffs it, licks it, bends it a little. Well, fair enough. Puts it in her pocket.
Use it to survive, but don't steal. At least not from here.
Fine.
Don't waste it on drugs or other stupid things either.
Do I look like a drug addict?
How am I supposed to know? You did make him.
Well, that was awfully a rude assumption. It was an accident. Besides, he was dying.
I never said there's anything wrong with Vesper. If anything, he's my brother, my friend.
Okay, clearly something has your massive attractive tits in a swirl and a twist. So let's just all go get a drink of coffee and communicate,
I like that plan. Can we go back?
I'd love to have a cup of coffee if all the cups weren't smashed on the floor like they were just nothing.
Yes, let's go to one of my favorite diners in the walls, right? Or maybe Miss Town.
Aren't we supposed to be here for a reason? Though?
I mean, you're here to meet with me, aren't you? Or are you all shadows and you're actually going to try to kill me again? And she, like,
Wait, meet with...
pokes at you in the stomach, Kazu.
Oh, sorry, I had some pancakes. But I do... meet you. I look to the party. We're supposed to...
Kazu,
meet
you were never
someone.
told. I forgot. So Círdan said there's someone waiting for us in the lighthouse. Lo and behold, it was Sally.
Oh, okay,
Unless
then
there's
let's
someone
go
else
get
who's
that
there.
coffee.
I'm sorry, was there someone else there?
I think it'd be
I'm
worth for
not
us to
quite
check
sure.
first.
We kind of just ran out.
Well, I can guarantee you it was just me. I mean, and some stray cats that... There's a magical feeder upstairs that still feeds for some reason, I don't...
They're Sidriel's cats. No, I mean Círdan's cats. They live there.
The wizard, right, the wizard Círdan, yes, I forgot that was his name. You see, he introduced himself to me as Dan, which I thought was an incredibly boring name, That
His name is Dan.
regardless, great. We're not. Are we going? Where are we going? I would love to go to the Little Mist House, which is a coffee shop
Okay.
in Mist Town.
Honestly, let's do that. We need something different, a change of scenery. Can we do that?
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't need all of you, but since you're family, good for you. You can all come and hear, I guess, the special education program I have set up for your brother, your son, your cousin, your uncle, whatever Vesper is for you. Wonderful. And she starts trudging through the rain.
She's lovely,
follow.
isn't she, Sid?
He's just picking up all the pieces, all the stuff that was strewn across the ground. The robes, the gems.
It's a pretty hefty bag. Like, this is like all of his robes. Like, what's really heart gut wrenching is like there's robes that you've never seen him wear in there. Because he just kind of descended into this dirty, unwashed madness. But he always made sure you were fed. He always made sure you had a bath. And she's going to lead the way. And we're going to take a quick pee-pee break right here.
PP.
Pee-pee.
Pee-pee.
Oh, we're back. And you find yourselves in a hovel of a location. The coffee percolator is broken, so instead of actually percolating, it spits. The smell is fragrant. Mist Town, which is where you find yourself, is a abysmal dockside. In the weeks that you've been gone, those of you that were from Scylla, it's the same thin lower city individuals that run everything that the upper city seats upon. Hungry and desperate, and with a shrewd gaze. Even your barista has the same near feral, hostile energy about her as the thunderstorm rages outside. But at least the coffee is good, and the freshly baked pastries are better. Though they're very little beyond flour, water, a little bit of salt and sugar, they're plain but sweet. And with all of you settled and more or less dry, Sally begins to speak. Can I ask you all maybe a personal question?
Why not?
Yeah, by all means. I use prestidigitation to dry myself off.
Could I ask how you all met?
Well, I was taming my pet Hydra, Twizzle, and then I stumbled upon these guys where they were having some kind of struggle of sorts, and one of their friends took their own life, and then this one came here, and the rest is history, really. Was that about right?
That sounds about right.
Just about, well, yeah.
Ah.
You're right. The old party mate sacrificed himself so that I could be here and help them with our big mission, which is a secret. Shh. And she does the thing.
I'm sorry, did you say a friend of yours was... That's how you all met?
Yes.
No. that's how we met them. They've all known each other for longer.
At a lighthouse that you were in. I lived there, and Vesper showed up.
Well, I was taken.
Fighting. And I got in between him and Círdan, and Vesper punched the shit out of me.
No, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah, the wizard that does live in that lighthouse is quite arrogant, isn't he?
Not at all.
Absolutely. What?
What?
Yeah, what?
Not
You don't think
arrogant.
so?
No. Generous.
I think maybe you have rose-colored glasses on, Twisted Tits.
Twisted Tits is quite a
That was
name.
twisted.
It's very creative.
He's been nothing but kind to me, so I don't know what else to say.
Well, my first meeting with him was not kind at all. It was abrupt and in a public bathroom. So anyways,
Do you care to
what
expand?
I mean, I could, but it's kind of gross.
Oh.
Maybe let's not talk about it. So what are all your names? I know Vesper, but what about the rest of you?
Oh, well, I introduced myself, but I'll do so again. I'm Kazuhiko.
Right, Kazuhiko.
Yes, pleasure.
And you were taming a hydra?
Oh, it's my nugget. His name is Twizzle.
Oh,
Their name is
And-
Twizzle.
they're invisible, but they're with you all the time, let me guess.
No, well, I probably should not bring him out in here. There's not a lot of room.
She
It's
does
quite
not
big.
believe you at all, but is like, yes, best not.
He's in my pocket right now. Yes.
I see why you're very good friends with Vesper. Indeed.
Right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
so smart and reliable.
He has a hydra in his pocket.
He does!
Yes, it's huge.
It's huge! 3 heads!
2, actually.
Oh.
I believe you. The third head is just his own.
I'll show you sometime if you would like.
You really don't trust anyone, do you?
I mean, your eyes
feel like-
function, don't they, Twisted Tits? I mean, look around.
I feel like you and Torrent would get along very well.
Great. Who's that? And
The
you,
one who tried to kill you earlier.
oh,
The one
Not
who
killed,
you
detained.
called Fish Boy.
oh,
That one.
Fish Dick. Yes.
Fish stick.
Fish stick is very funny.
Such vulgar words. Really, there's not a need for it.
Vulgar. Sweetie, you haven't even heard me vulgar. What's your name, or should I keep calling you Tits McGee? Tits McGee.
Sidril.
That's right. Okay, and that's Torrent, and you, girl.
I'm Solana.
I just want you to know
that
how
was-
this looks. There are 4 men and just you. You know how that looks, right?
That makes it does. Look, trust me, none of them like me.
I like her.
That doesn't
don't have
matter
an
when
issue.
money's involved, sweetie.
That is. Are you suggesting.
My father has a lot of money. I have none. Well, my
I don't
father
think
had
we've
a lot of
gotten
money.
paid for anything yet.
My father
Have we?
had a lot of money.
She's just trying to put this all together in her head. And you...
This is Solana. She is part of our team. She is a friend, and I am unsure what you're suggesting, but if I understand correctly, you believe that we're paying her for services, and that's extremely inappropriate and definitely
Yeah,
not
she's-
what this
They've tried
is.
to kill me multiple times.
She's not a mercenary.
No,
If that's what you're implying.
Kazuhiko, I think
I mean,
it
look
is-
at her.
The
She's a
other.
cleric. She,
I could probably kill somebody if I tried.
oh, I
Really
believe
hard.
you.
you.
Absolutely. You're
someone
quite
really-
strong.
She's just
actually.
sipping her coffee,
Thank you.
listening. If you tried.
Vesper, can you explain, please, before there's any more misconceptions, please?
You clearly don't communicate as a. What is this? An octagonal kind of thruple situation very well. Is this your first mission together?
No, but we do struggle with communication. Yes, I was thinking of putting kind of a seminar or a little talk, ways we can improve our communication as a party.
Maybe if everyone had hydras in their pockets, they could have 3 heads and.
That'd be a lot of hydras. We would
my
be
goodness.
unstoppable.
I don't need hydras near me at any moment. No offense.
Are you suggesting that it's not really a Hydra? Are you saying?
Yes, his penis
Kazuhiko.
could be huge.
Oh my God.
Could be.
No,
I mean,
That's a different
He was
topic.
being serious. There's actually a Hydra. It's not a Sidril is blushing.
she's
It is
gonna
not.
she's gonna
Nugget.
roll an
Keeps in his
insight.
Reference.
Let's see.
It's a nugget he keeps in his pocket.
She's got a
Pocket nugget.
22 on
No.
insight as she's drinking her coffee and dipping the mostly plain sort of biscuit pastry and eating, and then it kind of clicks. You see the moment it descends over her face. Oh my God, you're serious. You're all serious.
Yes. Did you think we were joking?
Well, I thought
Why
you
is
were
everything?
all raging schizophrenics.
I'm sorry.
When she says that, like, at the same time, out of the corner of her eye, Torrent is just sitting there, like, holding a cup of coffee in his hand, not drinking it, just sort of, like, leaning over it, like, mumbling to himself. Oh my God, this is our first actual mission together, and this is that we're supposed to save the world. That how is this? How we can't. And he's just like having an existential crisis right now, because for him, like, he's gone through this whole kind of like journey where he's sort of used to like being a solo player or like in a small tactical group, and this is kind of the first time where it's like they're sort of coordinated on a mission, and he just feels like everything is utterly fallen apart already. He doesn't know how to put it together. So
Well, I agree with fish sticks over there. Great first try. Great first try.
Oh, thank you.
F minus.
That's not very high.
That's not. That was sarcastic.
I would think.
She can be taught, gentlemen.
Oh yeah, she's quite educated.
I was taught very well, mind you. I'm the daughter of the Kazuhiko.
Sure you were. Sure you were.
Ah!
If you
Oh no,
were,
not this again.
If you were anything involved with the Kazuhiram, you would definitely not be here with Vesper saying Vesper's your family. I'm sorry. First question, Vesper, are you possessed yet? Or has that business not started yet?
No, that's funny that you mentioned that, because there's this thing in the back of my fucking head that keeps saying things, but I can't distinguish whether it's just, the lack of sleep and food, or maybe really there's a demon, and there so happens really is a demon following me around. Sid saw it. They all
real.
saw it.
It's real, Vesper. It's definitely real.
Well, let me explain why. Shall I?
There's a reason why.
Okay.
It's
Yes,
part
it's
of
all
This is
surprise.
why I
very
wanted to meet
helpful.
with you much sooner, and I've been here for weeks. You know that the city, right, is going to war. You all, you know
Yes,
that, right?
that's why we're here.
Right. Right.
Well, hold on. You're here. Wait, let's back up before I get to the Vesper bit. You're here because the city's. I'm getting out. That's why I was stealing. I was going to take as much as I could and leave, because this whole city is going to be wiped out. The upper city is completely
Oh, no.
sectioned off their entire domain. You know they're not letting the poor people in, right? You know
No,
they're
no.
literally
No.
letting the poors be their meat shield
You-
against the army of the
don't worry.
shadow. You realize, and you're gonna you're here. Wait,
Don't
we're
worry.
here to fight.
We're going to
the-
save
hold on.
the city.
Hold on.
We're going to save the world.
The Hydra dick in your pocket is going to save Scylla. That's the plan? That's the plan. Your dick Hydra is going to save Vesper, I'm sorry.
I've
I'm
never
rescinding
heard
your
of a
rights as
dick
being a
Hydra,
solo
but I
wolf.
have
You're coming home with me
risen.
and we're leaving.
Wait, what? Why?
We're done. We're leaving.
These are my friends.
They're bad friends.
Yeah,
They're great friends.
No.
family.
Okay, wait, hold on. Do you remember? The reason I came to you was because originally I was supposed to kill you, right?
Yes.
But that didn't happen, and that didn't bring the person that sent me to you was, and I've told you before, Tavian. He's the head of Death's Embrace, who is now also apparently the general or the boss of
Yes,
this
I'm
Shadow
aware.
Army.
The majority of Death's Embrace is with the Shadow now, so...
Wait, the majority of Death's Embraces?
We thought they were dead. Surprised they're not. So let's go, come on. She stands up. Come on. We're leaving.
No, wait. Guys, you have to convince her.
Yeah, we have to save
Ma'am?
the city.
Ma'am, she raises. Solana has like a cookie in her hand and like another coffee. Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to say I know what it's like to see. Oh well, my father knows. He probably related to you. To see a party of misfits, what seem to be misfits, who don't seem prepared or well equipped at all to take care of your beloved.
Not
But-
well equipped at all.
But they've got a good heart.
Yes,
And
gusto. They have gusto
and they can beat you in a
imagination.
fight. Kind of.
I doubt it.
I think I forget. Well, I'm not done. So I know what it's like to be scared of it, but you can't be scared because you need to trust that you raised your kids right.
I understand you've experienced the pocket hydra. I get it. That's fine.
No, I have not
I know you're
experienced
not
the
afraid of
poison
it.
knife. I'm a virgin! She yells in this cafe.
Well, that is very inappropriate to be talking about right now, Solana.
Sidril
We're
just
talking about
pats
saving
Solana's
city.
back. Those things should be kept private.
I keep having to defend it.
You don't need to defend anything. This lady here just clearly doesn't believe in us because she's only seen us a little bit disorganized and she hasn't been with us long enough to understand. But I'm sure Vesper can clear this all up, right? Right, Vesper?
So
Everyone is looking at you that's in the cafe, and it's all like rough and tumble, like people that are just like they're stuck here. You realize now why the city feels so dead. A lot of people have evacuated.
I was gonna try to roll a persuasion to be like, let him stay.
Yeah, go. You could try. You could definitely.
I would love to try.
It's a very high DC, and Vesper, you can
Okay.
also start talking if you'd like. I just,
You can give me advantage.
Sally, go, Kazu. What you were gonna say?
No, I was just saying Vesper's a very important part of our family here.
Yeah.
We need him.
Thank you, Kazu. It's really sweet.
Yeah, you. You know.
Well, look, Sally, as disorganized as we are bound to this. I have no choice but to do this, as we all do. And, we try to stick together. I'm sorry, Torrent, we're trying really hard, by the way, buddy. He's tapping his arch out there. We've got some things that we need to work on, but we're trying. And I need answers from Tavian and I had a scuffle not too long ago. And there was just a little piece of him that I feel like I can reach out.
what'd you get on that persuasion?
I didn't roll. I was I'm wondering if I got advantage.
Mm-hmm.
They're giving me advantage. Thank you.
She just exhales and hands on her hips.
I'm gonna
standing
use
there.
that inspiration now.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
I'm gonna use that inspiration that I got. Because it seems like a good idea.
Third time's a charm, huh?
Do I have any more? I don't know if I have any more. Or do I have to roll it like 4? No, I rolled it 4 because I rolled 2 die. Okay. That was 14. Guys, I have a plus 6 to perception.
Okay, let's pretend I believe you. That you're here to help the poor people. Which we know no one does. Alright. The army that is marching towards Scylla, word on the street, is that there is almost no hope for Scylla. You should have seen the recruitment offices for Mirror Point. They were filled to capacity. In fact, just this morning, there were lines and lines of people. People taking boats to get to Mirror Point in order to escape the city. Taking what they can, of course. It's just...
You guys hear that? An army of people. We couldn't even stop one woman stealing a bag of silks in a coordinated effort. And they have an army.
She just looks
Sidriel.
at Torrent, and your fish sticks is obviously broken and having a crisis of faith. There's no way you're going to be able to save the city.
No, well, I think we're gonna be fine. We're with the Druids.
Oh, that's right, the Druids, and the weapons that we acquired from the Druids as well to help us
Oh yes.
fight them off.
Well, I don't see any druids.
But there,
Sidriel
Well,
will
are
emissary of peace to give himself bonus for persuasion, and he will attempt to persuade her and give her enough detail of their adventure so far, but not too much to give away all their secrets or their plans.
Okay. Go ahead and make that persuasion check.
This is why I love this, because it's an extra +5, which is so delicious. So it's +11 total. So my brain is having a fart. Hold on. I think it's 27.
Damn.
There's still hope. And he grabs Torrent's hand. Sorry. And he squeezes his hand in a friendly gesture, not a creepy one. And he's like, there's still hope. There has to be. We have to be that hope.
We have to be that hope. That's
Together.
our responsibility.
You're damn right it is, Torrent. But we've accepted that responsibility. And that's why we're here. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe us now? Sally, Sammy, whatever your name is. Vesper's sugar mama, I don't know.
Oh, he's handsome, but he's not my type, sorry.
Fair enough.
Alright. Well, then, a little bit of information that you need about the city is this fighting. A lot of infighting in the market district between the upper city and the lower city. The west quarter is almost completely evacuated into the upper city, but that's because it's filled with other nobles. The East River side is not so lucky, being that it's mostly markets and soldiers. But the majority of the East River, the civilians at least, has signed up for Marrow Point. And I don't know how much you know about Marrow Point's military, but they are as dark and shady as Mirok Bay. And then there's the lower city. All the people too poor to evacuate. The upper city itself is surrounded in some kind of magical ward. And those that are too poor to buy their way in, thanks to Lady Daimyo's new taxes, are fighting for their lives to get past the wards, to be protected against the shadow, which should be here any day. Lord Belial called for assistance from Clevermore. Apparently they've answered, though I've not seen a Clevermore noble. But supposedly they're occupying the city in the outer recesses. Rumor has it they are in the Seminary of Shadow. But I think Belial is full of wind, saying the Clevermores came to their aid to feed the common folk, to keep them where they are, fodder for the shadow. I will say there's a woman running the rebellion. A little bit of respect for her. She calls herself Tia. But there's been a lot of fires in the city. But Vesper, if you already have occupancy, then it's time you answer the call of the wild. You have to let me take you to the Gormire. And you have to pass your test.
The Golmar.
She nods.
Well, that's a home. That's precisely why I'm here.
I'm sorry if your home was where the Gormire once stood. It's where the shadow pours out into the world. A giant cesspit. But it's where you'll learn. You see, when I turned you, Vesper, when I made you, I put a hole in your soul. And that hole has been filled and will continue to fill with creatures. Some ephemeral, some of the shadow. I know of no way to fight against the malignant force of change that is the shadow itself, beyond what my clan taught me, but ultimately what I abandoned them for. Your wolf and your human, your tiefling soul, have to fuse. You see, right now they're separate entities. And there's space in between. I need the whole party to roll insights. Sidra, what'd you get?
16.
Vesper?
For insight, 16.
Torrent?
25.
Kazu?
A natural 1 for 4.
Solana?
11 insight.
Okay. Kazu and Solana are not quite following. It's Kazu because his biscuit has broken off into his coffee and he's trying to fish it out.
Oh, jeez. No, not again. Ah, it's hot.
But the other three, Vesper, Sidriel, Torrent, you beat the DC. Solana with an 11, you're still embarrassed that so many people are staring at you. There's two guys not too far. You can hear them talking about the fact that you're a virgin and how there's not many of those around. And one of them's like, maybe I should get her number. You know, they're just... Anyways, so you're like, good thing I'm inside the booth. But the other three, she doesn't know about the chains. She doesn't know about the call to shadow. She doesn't know about the transformation that you've already met. And the three of you put together, being a shifter, being able to physically change your form on the outside, and what she's describing is this change on the inside. How does answering the call to shadow, how do the chains affect that? And she clearly doesn't know that your souls, your life cannot be taken by the shadow and twisted. Because as she begins to describe this rite of passage, though she doesn't tell you what happens at the Gormire, she does explain that it protects you from becoming shadow touched, becoming mutant, becoming different. In a way that is swift with decay and like a perversion of nature. And so, as soon as you do your rite of the wolf, they'll fuse. The part of you that is you and the part that is the beast. And there will be no more room for these creatures to slip in using pain and suffering as their pathway inside.
That
Excuse
moment,
me. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, that moment he just glances at everyone. He's like, taking quick glances.
It will also solidify you as a lycanthrope. There'll be no more chance for you to turn around and go back. The only magic powerful enough to return you to your true form may be a wish, but that magic left when the shadow laid claim to the valley.
I wouldn't be able to turn back into a tiefling.
You would, but not in the way you do now. Lunar cycles will hold far more sway over you than they do presently. You'll still be you, you'll just be pure lycanthrope you. More hostile, volatile, filled with a hunger and rage.
you'll be a monster. Like me. You'll be able to manage it.
Will this help against the shadow?
It'll keep the shadow from filling the hole inside your soul between the two entities that now exist as you.
Does that explain the demon that's in my head?
It likely wiggled itself in because of some traumatic experience you had. Your emotions so heightened that it used it as a pathway.
A traumatic experience. Something that happened during childhood?
Anything recent that could have dredged it back up?
I see.
Maybe meeting Tavian again? Finding out he's alive?
It was more finding out that he was working with Belial.
Belial. A spider with a web as wide as Dusk's Throne, and as far-reaching as Marrow Point. That man is a poison.
Next time I see him. It will be his last day.
She pats your shoulder. Put an arrow right between the eyes. She winks.
Before any of this, I had a question. When we arrived, your senses are high, higher than mine, better. Did you smell or detect a young boy? By any chance?
No.
He's gonna look to the rest of the party.
Are you missing someone?
Biscuits so soggy. A boy. Oh, right.
Travis.
Give me 1 second.
Does he always do this? I'm confused.
That's how we think.
Hello, Charles. Where are you? We didn't have time to talk. Sir George flew out a window, and then we had to tackle someone who was trying to steal some things from Ceridan's house. And it probably cuts off before he finishes.
You don't get.
I cast sending.
You don't get a response back.
Give you 1 second, guys. Maybe he's on the loo or something. I'm not getting a response from Charles.
He usually respond pretty quickly. He's pretty excited about these things.
Yes, he.
That's cause for concern.
There isn't a time limit, I should say, on this. If you have someone missing, Vesper, perhaps you should focus on that. But you shouldn't stay in the city. It's about to be razed to the ground. Unless there's something the common folk don't know, which I'm sure there is. It's a death trap to be here. The nobles aren't letting anyone pass the wards unless you have a tax that you can pay them. And Clevermore Keep, nobles clearly are not here to defend us. But it should be soon that you go to the Gormire, I would like to be with you to make sure that you survive. You'll have more control over your beast, but in the same coin, your beast will have more control over you. I'm not saying you'll hulk out and be a bloodthirsty beast, but when you shift in the moonlight, it will be different. You won't feel the same way that you do now. It's hard to describe.
Excuse me, I have a question. Is this right, also known as the Gauntlet or the Great Hunt?
Yes. Why? And how did you know that?
I have my sources. And Vesper, those sources say that I believe this is something you have to do if we want to save Círdan.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then. All right. Let's first sort out all the things that we need to do. We came to Scylla, but we need to congregate, plan, before anything.
I should also mention, while you're congregating and planning, I know you have a small boy missing. If perhaps you have a picture or I could help you look, but I am leaving the city. I'm not going to stay here for the war, and I don't think any of you should either. You do have a feeling at this point, all of you, you might be able to convince her to stay to help. She is quite a powerful werewolf. Despite that, she says, these riders in black that came disguised as you to the lighthouse were trying to break in downstairs. They wanted something very badly. They destroyed the rest of the house. I think it might be worth looking into.
This is
I
the
agree.
where the archives are, right?
Correct.
Sidril. No, okay.
They wanted something desperately. They tore through the entire house, and I fought them on occasion. But I think the only reason I lived is because I wasn't what they were after, or of any consequence.
I conjure a minor illusion of Charles. It looks like a candid photo, so he's kind of like, just like mid talking in a very awkward way.
Okay.
This is the boy, by the way. Actually, let me try what. And I give a little. I send a message, to Kaylin.
Okay.
Friend, when you sent us away with your little blood magic stuff, where did you send Trellis? Because he's missing. We're not sure where he is, and he's not responding to me.
I sent Tralis with you. Tell
So
me.
Kaylin said he. Am I able to reply to this?
So, you shift the spell, and then the amulet that looks like a little blood drop, did you put it on? Are you wearing that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, he would.
It begins to glow, and it's like you two of you can talk through it. And if you notice, kind of like thaumaturgy, if you will it, his voice can get louder, so it's like a speaker call with all of you. But you don't know if you want the denizens of this little ratty coffee shop to hear. So it's up to you if you decide that or not. But Kaylin says, according to my magic, he is with you. Right now.
Right. Right now, is he invisible? Because we do not see him.
Ray, did we lose another one?
Can we make a
Is he with us now? In this time? Or is he simply here in space?
Tell me. When you hear him kind of mutter, What is... Oh no.
Is he in my pocket? Let me check. Check my pockets. No trellis to be found in here.
Is he misplaced in time? Was he misplaced in time before I shifted you to Scylla?
How does that even happen?
No,
Is there a way to...
I'm asking, are there contingencies around his soul that he is no longer in the average flow of time?
Yes,
That is
Yes.
correct.
it's true.
Oh,
You never asked that earlier.
Well, he can control time, can't he not?
I can, at great duress to myself, I eke ever closer to the villainy that is an average vampire, an ascended beast of monstrosity and great appetites. Yes, I could push myself closer to that. I did not. Fuck.
No.
I will find your boy.
No, I'm saying isn't Trellis able to
Trellis.
control time?
Can control time.
Well, perhaps
Then-
we just have to have faith in him until then. He's a strong lad.
Can Torrent try? You can control time too, no?
We cannot hear you.
Oh.
Solana, when you mumble like that from
Sorry.
far away from your mouth.
Can Torrent also control time?
My masteries of such magics are trivial and probably not reliable.
So
I can
the boy
ma-
controls time. Time was not misplaced around him.
It's kind of hard to explain. I feel like all of us at one point or another were trapped in some kind of other timeline, or at one point it was just a night, but for some others it was months, years, decades.
Shit.
I don't know about him.
I believe Trellis has the potential to learn to control time, but I don't think that he knows how. And I believe that his place in time was affected directly due to Arendor's intervention. If anyone would know more, it would be him.
I rolled for Caitlin, and I rolled very poorly.
Nice.
Torrent.
If it makes a difference. Go ahead.
Torrent, if you have some capabilities over slowing the flow of time, manipulating it, this is worth practicing. The boy
We
could
were
be...
on our way here to meet people who were supposed to help us practice.
Well, the boy could be stuck. If this is his own doing, he could have had a reaction to my magic and become afraid. And if he is as powerful as the lot of you, which I assume he is, then there is potential that he has chosen to go somewhere he feels safe. Somewhere he knows very well. All of my magic says that he is absolutely around you, which means you are still connected. You all bear the chains. And although I do not understand the magic of the chains fully, as it is an Arendor special. I agree getting a hold of that old man is unfortunately seeming more and more important.
So, am I supposed to do something, or...
Practice.
And What, he's just gonna be gone until I figure it out, or until we can reach Arendor? Is that...
I will need to find a way that does not require me to drain someone of all of their life's blood to manipulate time. Vampiric magics demand quite a price, and I am unwilling to kill an innocent. And even if I had the scroll, because I have used my sanguine magic to return the dead, I can no longer tap into the weave as a regular wizard. I am damned. And from this point on, everything I do requires sacrifice. But it is worth it to save the world. So even if you fail, and even if Arendor does not come forward, I will find your boy. But in the end, I may lose myself. And I may become a vampire of immense appetites. It is the nature of the beast. And so I ask only this. If I go too far, you are the line. You do not let me cross.
Just don't go doing anything rash, okay? I'll try to figure it out. I'll practice, and maybe I can get lucky. Last thing we need is another problem and having to stop you as well. I think we've got enough on our plate right now.
Understood. I will find your boy.
Feel free to send any time magic tips my way. User manual or something might be nice.
I will see what I can find. But my archives are...
It's possible, Torrent. I know where we can find some information.
Excellent. Why are you holding out? Let's get it done and save Trellis. Got a lot to do.
Is there anything else?
From Kaylin.
Anything else I can help you with?
The 8 riders were here at Sirden's house, trying to break in. If you hear anything,
Then they are seeking something. And are they seeking it with a fervent obsession? I suggest you find what they were seeking. If they were, I assume, by trying to break in, they did not succeed.
that's correct.
Find what they were seeking. At the very least, it will give us more information.
And then he
cuts off the connection. And Sally is just. Well, that's something, I guess.
It's a lot.
Oh shit, I think we probably should have told him to make sure to inform Malbian what's going on. We all kind of just vanished, and I think he was just left out in the middle of nowhere, wasn't he?
Yeah, you figure it out. He's a big dragon man.
I hope he wasn't trying to look for us. Probably not, right?
He's probably happy that we're gone.
Probably gave up on us and was like,
Yeah.
But he was bringing us here, was he not?
Yeah,
Yep,
he'll
he was.
find us.
And we told him we'd be right back, that we were seeing Kaylin, and we never came back.
You could have thought
Should
we
I
were.
send him a little message? It's my last one I can send today. Be
That might
nice,
be-
right?
Probably a good idea. He was gonna bring us to the rest of the druids, I think.
Oh, they did say they haven't seen the druids, so.
Okay. Ring, ring. Anyways, hello. Yes. This is Kazuhiko, and I just wanted to let you know we're here in Scylla. Crazy is that, right? But anyways, we're fine. I hope you're not too worried. But I'll see you soon. Be safe, my friend.
When I find the lot of you, I am going to rip you up with the spoons that this creature has given me. I did not sign up to take big man, beautiful woman, and crazy hag to Scylla. I signed up to take you.
And then just kind of cuts off as he continues to complain.
Well, he's excited to see us. Not really, but I'm sure he ought to get over it, right? We're friends after all, right?
We're fucked. He's going to kill us.
Oh,
Sally, is there any way you can change how I look?
I mean, I could melt your face off with some really hot.
Never mind. I'd rather get fucked by Malbian.
This seems like a lot that you all have going on.
I mean, you're on
It's just a
board.
lot. It really is.
No, I'm not. I'm leaving. I don't want anything to do.
You should stay.
You should, Sally.
Fine.
Risk my lives so that what? The power dynamic in Scylla stays as it is?
Well, no.
Who's to say it has to stay the same?
You
If you
clearly
survive-
don't know how money works.
Well, money doesn't do much if you're dead, right? If all the rich people die,
Oh, so
and
you're
still
going.
here and alive.
You're going to kill them. Is that what you're saying?
I said that if we win, we might be able to work something out.
If nobody stands up to make a difference, then nothing changes. But if you do, along with us and others who are not afraid, then change can be made.
Right. Tia's rebellion is great and all, but I'm just not really a fan of that much attention.
So perhaps it's not a rebellion that's needed. Rather just people who are willing to put their lives on the line for others, for the larger population, for those who need it most, for those who cannot protect themselves because we can. We have a duty, we have a responsibility to them, to this
Right.
land, to the people who live here.
Oh, you're so very good, aren't you?
If it helps at all, we have it on good authority from very powerful beings that if we fail, that the shitty life you live now is only going to get shittier. So maybe do it for selfish reasons, if anything.
Right. Are you gonna pay me?
I think I did already, didn't I?
That was to give you back the bag of your husband's things, which I did.
And I'm sure you can become more and more compensated.
Right. So could we get that in writing, and I'll take my first payment up front. Everybody, go ahead and roll persuasion.
I still have the big persuasion boost. That's nice.
I got to nat 20!
Nice.
Persuasion, so 26.
Did you say we're all rolling
Group
persuasion?
persuasion, yeah.
Oh, okay.
30 persuasion.
Damn, natural 20 and also Zayden, thank you for the raid. Hey, welcome in. The pit raid, welcome in. That's where would you get?
15.
15?
15.
Okay. Torrent.
14.
Okay, and Kazu.
Kazu's not rolling.
Okay.
He gets it. He gets why she's not. He's not holding it against her.
No.
She has no obligation to us, and I mean, honestly, he's in his mind. We're here to protect, not to convince others to risk their lives. I wouldn't not ask anyone here to risk their life.
So in just saying that, it's...
No, he doesn't. I don't think he would say it. That's just his thoughts.
Oh, I get you. I was like, in saying that,
Yeah, he's listening.
she's like, oh no, that makes sense. Wow, he's a good guy. Mr. Hydra in his pocket. Wink, wink.
Vesper is going to add in with that 15 persuasion. He's just going to say,
Look, I get it. I know what it's like to survive. And if you decide to leave, then I won't hold it against you. To be honest, I would prefer you to not put yourself in harm's way. But it would help me see you there next to me, fighting. And only because Sally, as weird as it might sound, you're more of a mother to me than my actual mother ever was. You've done more for me than she has my entire childhood. And maybe that isn't much. Maybe you did just cook me steak, but even so, it would be nice to have you there.
As long as I'm getting paid. My life isn't worth much, but... I don't think we should just try to protect everybody. It's a fool's errand. There's no way. If you can present a reasonable plan to save and exactly who we're saving and give me a bonus, maybe, depending on how many kills I get, sure, I guess I'll stay and I'll help. It would feel terrible to have the only person I've ever turned to... Well, it would feel like a failure if you died, so I suppose I should say to see that you join the grand hunt. And her eyes, like, collide with Torrance. Like, she still doesn't know how you know, because that's like wolf speak only kind of thing. So what's first on our agenda? Finding this boy, I guess? Shall I start scouring around the town, or is that not how magic in time works? Don't blame me for overhearing your phone call. The entire thing was on speaker.
Absolutely fine. Your family of Vesper is family of mine.
Well, honestly, let's kind of put everything on the table at this point. We all have different things we need to do in Scylla. For example, for me, I want to kill Belial. I want to look for Tavian. How about the rest of you? That's why I'm in Scylla. Well, also to fend off against the shadows. So.
I look over to Torrent. I do think the low-key estate should get notice. Finally.
I would definitely like to go by there. I have unfinished business, and I need to find out what Solariel left for me there.
I should probably chime in at this point. You're talking about Solariel, Lord Solariel Loki's estate, right?
That's the one.
Oh. Eh,
Yes, they're like really close friends.
oh, are you? Sorry. I'm gonna get more coffee. Anybody else want one?
Oh, yes, please.
I have a feeling, Torrent, that this one has already been to loot.
And another
Take.
biscuit that's not soggy, please.
Another biscuit too, please. Oh, two more.
As she gets up, he's gonna grab her wrist and try to keep her from walking away.
I'm going to get coffee. You're welcome to join me. Multiple hands, multiple people at the table. And she actually uses her strength to just flex and pulls you standing.
Okay.
Let me roll.
He'll go with.
That is a 23 on a strength check.
He's not really going to fight. He's just gonna make sure that he's next to her. Tell me what happened. Tell me what you know.
Well, a quarter of it was burned to the ground, and all of the servants scattered.
Do you know where?
Torrent, the card's been played that you now have to speak like a troll for your next couple of lines, so
Perfect timing.
perfect timing. I don't know where the estate's servants are. Some of them joined the rebellion with Tia, and others just dispersed and likely evacuated. I do know.
We need no. Tell me where. Tell where. Tia. Now.
Why do you all occasionally talk like this? I'm so confused. Why are you talking like this now?
Go where. Tia. Now.
I don't know where her hideout is. I know only that the skirmishes are happening in the market side. They're happening between the lower city and the upper city. That's where she runs her skirmishes, trying to break through the barrier to let the small folk inside. I'm telling you, I don't know how they have this magic, but the magic somehow stops the shadow. It's like they control life itself. Like they have some kind of artifact or something, I don't know.
Thank you. Me take coffee. He's gonna start walking back.
What the actual fuck is wrong with these people? What am I doing? Corellin's name. I'm going to fucking die with a bunch of schizophrenics. I did this to myself. She just like gets the biscuits and stuff. Starts going back to the table.
Well, all right. Anyone else have anything they have to do here in Sela?
I need to return to the lighthouse. Even just briefly, that what they're after, it's in there.
There's probably
we should
something we
probably
could do
do that.
first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Vesper, do you remember? Do you remember the cake, the couch, the first night?
Oh, the magic cake. Yeah, I do. And then the book's attacking us.
Yes, I'm thinking we might be able to find some answers to some questions if we go back.
I'm keen on giving it a look. Yes.
Maybe an explanation for any of this, maybe something to help you, something to help Torrent, maybe something to help. Well, maybe there's something in there for you, Kazu, maybe another nugget creature, possibly.
Okay.
But there's texts, books, things that he kept secret. I'm sure there's some answers we can find. I know it.
then that's the first place we'll look.
At that point outside, the thunder gets a little quieter. And you see that the rain has turned into white flecks. As flurries begin to fall, coating Scylla in a thin layer of white as a snowstorm descends.
I studied science. That's not normal.
Is it not? Is it not just hard rain?
No, that's snow, and it's no. Yes, it's the hard rain. Well, not the farthest. It doesn't usually go from rain, pouring rain, to snow. Not immediately. Hail sometimes, but not snow.
Something's controlling the weather, maybe.
We already know the shadow is on its way here.
Yeah,
Who
God,
knows
is that...
what kind of magics could be at play?
Do you think? Do you think it could be? I mean, this is more cooling. Could be like a global warming of some sort.
No, everyone knows that's fake.
Well, maybe
Definitely
it's some
magic.
like deity with like named Chad or Chat or something. Maybe it's just weather deity. I don't. Why are we discussing this? We're going back to the lighthouse. Here's your biscuit. That's not soggy, Kazu.
Oh, thank you.
Now I do have a question. Is it actually large? Your Hydra?
Yes, massive, really.
Oh,
Would you like to see?
Girthy,
You know what?
in fact.
Not here, but I think you see you kind of are my type with the tail, the ears. You see, I get the same sometimes. Anyways, not here, but
Oh, okay. Yes, and we probably shouldn't pull it out here. It'd be too big. It might hurt someone here.
Do you like watermelons, Lily? Or Sally? Why'd I call you Lily?
I'm not
Mother.
sure.
My wife!
She's here.
My bad.
I've no idea. Yeah, watermelon's fine. Why?
Oh, just that Kazu's a very pronounced fan of watermelons.
I don't remember being a fan of watermelons.
Fan of
specifically.
watermelons and consumption. No? Wasn't that a whole
I
thing?
didn't know. It was more fascinating that her jaw.
No, Kazi, this is not the time to speak of that. That's really not appropriate table talk, especially in public. That
It's just basic human anatomy. That
no,
I
that's
just told
not
everyone
human
human.
anatomy at all.
Well, it's basic anatomy. That's what I meant. It's just
She
fascinating.
pats your knee.
how-
Don't worry. I'm very good with my jaw too. I could show you later.
Interesting.
See, I
Like
told you, watermelons.
There's a thing I can do. I'll show you.
Okay.
Wow.
That's your mom, Vespa.
Mother figure.
Mother figure.
Mom.
That's your mother figure.
Yeah, and soon Kazu will be the daddy figure.
Wait, why are we talking about parents now? Oh, because we're family. Is that?
Sure, yes.
Am I the father in this family? Oh,
Especially if you present your Hydra to Sally. Absolutely.
oh. Yes, Twizzle would like to go get some air. Gets a little stuffy in the pocket sometimes.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Before we go, we had everyone share what they're here for in Scylla. How about you, Solana? You just tagging along? Is there something here in Scylla?
Well, I mean, it's.
You mentioned the Kazahiram. They are here.
Oh, that's right.
I should probably
Oh.
speak
But
to the
I will
Kazuhira.
say they're occupying beyond the city, out into the mire, not very safe. And if we're going out into the mire, then we should just go to the Gore Mire and do the gauntlet.
Well, sounds like
And I can show you guys where I used to live, perhaps, if we're on the way.
Alright, so-
it's a little sad, but
I'm sorry, was there something
Sounds
else, Miss Solana? I didn't mean to interrupt you. Are you going to finish
It's
that
no, it's
biscuit?
alright. I'm gonna eat it, and I'm gonna eat any other biscuits that you've left over. Actually, these are quite delicious.
Oh, drat, another one fell in.
I was going to say, I was following mainly for, I didn't live here, so I was down to just help and find Sid and everything. Part of me wanted to go and see Luminetta's area. I'm not sure. I just felt like almost as a way to pay my respects, even though we've seen Luminette. I don't know. It's a whole thing in my brain. But talking to the gods here, knowing that they're here, probably very important. But if they're in the Gold Mile, I'm thinking our plan should be go to the archives in the Lighthouse thing, and then we head off. We do Gauntlet, Gold Mile, all those things. And then somewhere along the way, find the druids. How's that sound? Did I sum that up correctly?
Oh, and Tia and
That's
the
right.
rest of Lord Solariel's people.
That's right. There should be a pretty through pathway we can find, no? So we
I'm
can
sure.
do every little thing.
Sounds like a plan to me.
So, to the lighthouse and perhaps try to save Trellis along the way.
Yes.
Or when we get there, either way.
And for you, Torrent, we'll do it strategically and quietly.
Actually, I would like to have a conversation sometime soon. Just only because as we come to war and such, we should start working better as a party. For
That is
everyone's
true.
sake.
That's true. I've never really worked with a party like you.
Would you suggest team building exercises?
Okay.
Where did you? Oh me! You
Why?
have quite a booming voice.
What is it with all of you? God.
We're just quirky.
My old brotherhood and I, we used to train together. I am sure we could do something to build our team building efforts.
We're gonna do
Right.
great, Sally.
What do you think, team?
I really want to believe in all of you, but I think I need something to drink. A little stronger than coffee.
Oh, there's probably some in the
She
lighthouse.
just pulls out her flask.
Damn.
Solana's gonna go, team, 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 hoping that people will look. She's looking around.
There's no I in team.
Team, team.
Team, yes.
Some,
I'm not
I'll
doing
have a
that.
drink of that.
She
have some
hands you the
really
flask.
strong tea.
As long as you
Sure,
don't leave
takes a good hearty
slime
drink.
on it, fish. Disgusting. Give that back.
Oh, that dinosaur that was on your screen scared the shit out of me, by the way.
DM, the next thing you have to say has to be a question.
In character? Wow. Okay. So where are we going? When do we start? Are we a team? Question mark.
We can leave as soon as everyone's ready to
Bars.
go. I'm more than happy to leave now.
I feel like I'm questioning everything right now, don't you?
Why is Gamora?
Who is Gamora?
I am not questions. So many. Broken. Can't do this. Can you?
It rubs off. You've already been around us too long.
You're part of the team now. Team.
Why do you
Alright,
think
I
I would
think
want
we
to be
should-
a part of the team like this? Why would you say that? Why would you? What? Why are you like this? Why am I like this? I don't like any of it.
Sidril puts his
That was a
hand in the front of the table. Are we in? Let's do this.
In. Solana just slaps her hand. I love this.
Yes.
Of course, yeah, sure.
Oh!
How do
Team
I, out of
building.
character, say I'm in as a question?
Are you
Do
serious?
you think I'm in? What do you think? And then boom.
What do you think?
Hey, that's good.
Wow, that was really hard. Like doing several
All
as
for
a
one
question.
and one for all. Three
Team.
Musketeers.
Okay, so what's our team name? I'm sorry. Are we is there like a group code or?
That we haven't figured out yet.
Okay.
We're having trouble.
All right. Sweet. Well then, and she pushes up from the table.
Did everyone pay for their meal?
Then, sure. He starts walking away.
Vesper,
Sally says
What?
nothing. She's just leaving.
get back here.
Oh, I can't hear her, Sally. I can't hear Sidriel. It's just so far away.
I can't hear him either. He's not shouting anymore.
So far away. Wow.
Quite very, very attractive though. Yes.
I wanted to ask, do I happen I know it's been a while, but when Solana was alive, she used to have a lot of money from the Requiem just like in her bag. Does she still have all that money in her bag?
You do have some money, but it would have been what Luminetta had on her at the time.
Oh, you're right.
Yes.
Oh, do you think I've got like a credit card?
Probably you have like quite a bit of coin.
You can put it on the tab for Luminetta there, Beam.
Oh,
She will pay for this meal.
okay. They put it on a tab. They're like, all right, the
But
sultry
how much
siren of
was
the
it?
upper city. It's like 5 copper.
Oh, well, we'll pay for that. Here you go.
Luminetta,
Oh,
get
Susie.
this. It's alright. It's the least she could do. Come on. It's the least she could do.
The least she could do after she sacrificed herself to bring you back.
Torrent, just stay in your corner and be existential. It's okay.
He's just gonna go catch up to Vesper.
Sidriel will leave the table, and I guess on the little receipt, he'll draw a little picture. He'll draw a little tiny canary bird.
Okay. And so,
On the way out,
yes.
Kazu kind of like lingers back with Sidriel and says, Sid, can we talk while we walk, friend?
Of course.
I just, with the war and everything coming up, it's, honestly, I am quite scared. But I just think we should have that conversation about what happened back there.
I will say it is frigid on your walk back. Snowstorm. And Sidriel, your nipples are really frosty. Like, you're not really wearing much, so it's cold.
You mean I can cut things with my nipples?
I'm just letting you know so that you guys can roleplay that out
Just had to double check.
as you're talking. It's like, it's unnaturally cold in Scylla.
Can I heat myself up with my inner fire?
You can certainly try.
Let's do it. You trying?
Just roll a constitution saving throw, all of you, in the cold, and then I'll let you continue your roleplay.
I'll be constantly casting prestidigitation to keep myself warm.
Okay, then you don't need to make a con save.
Natural one.
Okay, you will take 2d4 points of cold damage.
Oof.
So,
Fair enough.
25 on the con save.
okay, you will not take cold damage. Torrent,
19.
you won't take cold damage. Solana,
14.
you will take 1d4 points. of cold damage.
He isn't.
Sally just shifts into like a diet furry, so she's like half shifted and she just takes no cold damage.
Whoever's cold, Sidril will hold out his arms as if he's like, "Come, I am a heater. I will keep you warm."
Anyways, go ahead and roleplay. Kazu, you were saying we need to talk about what happened back there.
Yes, you, I understand what it's like to come home to your, and find everything. But we can't act irrationally like that, friend. We're a party. We must make decisions together with each other in mind, or who knows, maybe next time you fly off through a window, you leave us in a predicament. You won't be there to protect us. I just think we need to be mindful of our emotions in these dark times and not let it cloud our judgment. But remember, you're not doing this alone. You're doing this with us. And I just want to make sure you're there with us when we need you. Or when you need us. Okay?
I understand. I believed you to be fine on your own. But I understand.
Yes, I just feel like we didn't even have time to truly grasp the situation before you flew off. Angry and upset, you just... I've lost my home. I've lost many nuggets already. I've had family, and Zozo's just what's left of them. I can't lose my next family. So please, just... I know your emotions and your heart is what fuels you and powers you and gives you strength, but don't let it blind you. Okay?
Sidriel just taps his back. He says, I understand. Thank you.
Of course. Come on, let's catch up.
He walks forward, just nips out.
Ding ding.
Ready to cut some diamonds.
Okay. Sorry, I was writing some notes. Any roleplay for Vesper on the walk back to the lighthouse?
Not much. He's just telling Lily of his adventures.
There's this one time I stabbed Solana in the eye.
Is that why her eye is so, like, fucked up?
No, that's originally because it was fucked up. I stabbed her in the eye.
That doesn't help an
Oh,
eye
really?
not be fucked up when you stab it.
I know, that's what I was thinking when she asked me to do that. It was so strange.
Right. That's crazy.
And then we got teleported in this whole dimension and then fought the Requiem. We fought the Requiem
And when you say it, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, shit. All right. Oh, natural 20. Sick.
Slay.
You feel this sudden, like, eye on you.
and it's a moment where you start to sweat even though you're shivering and you're freezing. It's like a cold kind of a sweat. And you're like, oh, your butthole clenches, like maybe I shouldn't have said that. You look around holding your breath. She doesn't show up.
Oh. Did you feel that?
The bitter cold? No, I'm furry from tits to cunt.
All right. Okay.
Perhaps
He's looking.
you should shift as... Oh, wait, don't shift. Never mind, you don't have control yet.
Yeah, no. The last time I shifted, I almost killed them all. Yeah, there's a whole different story. Yeah.
Have you told her about Lily?
Oh, shit. I have a fiance.
Yay! And she knows what you are?
Yeah, yes, she does.
Oh, good. And she loves you. She's like you, isn't she?
More normal, for sure.
Are you
She
sure?
accepts my crazy. She's crazy in her own ways, yes. Crazy in bed, that's for sure.
Right, okay.
And then they keep walking, and he keeps sharing all the adventures and experiences as they
Right.
travel.
Right, so yeah, okay. And she's just like, oh God, it just... The more she walks with you in here, she's like, why did I agree for money to be here? Speaking of Solana, how are you feeling about the snow? The next line you say has to be shouted.
How you feeling about the snow, Solana?
Solana is like, you can see her visibly going like this, like covering her breasts and looking at Sidria and being like, "Why am I say it? Why am I tit so hard?"
What an interesting
She's
thing
like,
to-
"Why are they so hard?"
I thought you knew science. She knows about the snow, but doesn't know about her nipples getting hard in the snow when it gets cold. That's strange.
You think they teach that in school, Vesper?
You would think she's never been cold before, but I guess if she's a virgin, then her shirt's never been off. Wait a minute, you told me she tried to heal Kazuhiko with her shirt off the other day, and it was like tattooed and glowing?
She did. It was crazy.
Shooting laser from the tips. I don't understand why she's so confusing. Maybe that's why stabbing her eye felt kind of natural. You just were getting after the hypocriticalness of the way she is as an innocent little thing. She is kind of cute, though. I'll give you that.
She's adorable.
She's quite.
I've never seen snow before.
Well,
And this is a lot.
apparently the gods hate us and wish for our demise.
Damn you, Chad!
You know, I think it's Chad with a T, like spelled that way. You know.
Yeah,
Damn
that
you,
weather-
Chad!
This weather hurts. Look at my hand. Is this frostbite? It's all blue. Is that- What's happening? I can't move it.
How did a red guy turn blue?
But perhaps you could, here, put it in my armpit. It'll smell bad, but it'll be warm. Any roleplay for Torrent?
He's just watching.
No, he's just walking along. He appears relatively unfazed by the cold. Just
Okay.
not too much to be said for him at the moment.
Janky Boy keeps buying more packs. Good God. Okay. All right. Any more roleplay for Sidriel?
I think just walking back. He'll probably just walk in silence or kind of mumbling to himself, trying to reach out in the same way he did before when he was sitting with all of the stuff in the room or the hallway.
So not a lot of roleplay. He just kind of reflects that. Should anybody roll an insight?
I mean, he's just trying to talk to. Like, when he was sitting in the hallway, he was able to reach out and talk
Yeah,
to
he's
Cyrdan.
very
He's trying to do that again.
so, but he was also like very downtrodden, right? Like he was
Yes.
very like. So I'm wondering, because you're so close to everybody, should they roll an insight to catch that?
Sure.
Okay, then everybody go ahead and roll an insight. You set the DC. Everybody that's in the Discord, my players, please check the general chat if you haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Vesper got 24
Okay.
on his side.
24.
That seems really fitting.
Solana.
I got 14.
Okay. Kazu.
Just natural 1 for a total of 4.
Okay, and Torrent.
13.
All right. The only one to really notice is Vesper.
Hey, buddy.
Hmm?
You doing all right?
Yes. Why?
You're doing that thing again where you're looking down and you're all sad.
I'm just thinking, you know, when you just. I'm just trying to understand why this is happening and what we're supposed to be doing, and there's just so much going on. And I want to be hopeful. I really do, but it's not easy.
I agree.
You know, when you and I had the conversation, Vesper, about you falling in love?
Yes.
What if I feel that way too?
Well, I would congratulate you. It's a wonderful thing to feel.
But what if you can't tell that person how you feel?
If I were never to be able to tell Lily how I feel, it would be horrible. I'd be thinking about it every day for the rest of my life, how she would feel.
What if you think that they love you too, but they can't say it? And might not ever be able to say it. And before you can tell them, they're already dead.
I think the fact that you feel this is already wonderful. I guess relish in that feeling. But I understand that not being able to say these things, or the other person not being able to say these things, it's difficult. And especially with everything else going on with us in the world. It's all overwhelming. Sometimes, and you already know this, I've tried to run away once. Sometimes I feel like it's easier to run. But as I stay with everyone, I don't know, something, I guess, hope starts growing within me.
I don't think I realized how I felt. Rather, I'm afraid of feeling that way. And I want him to know. But if I admit that I care about someone like that again, I am terrified. I am so terrified of losing that person. That's why I want to save him so badly, just so I could tell him. Just so I could ask him why he betrayed me.
You see Vesper's eyes kind of widen as he starts to realize who you're talking about, or gets an inkling. Oh. 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 Look. Wow. And his frostbitten hand will touch your shoulder.
Look, Sid. You're a brother of mine. And I won't let you do this alone. I will make sure that your feelings are heard. Sorry, this is not the right one. That your feelings are heard. I'll do everything in my power. But I think, have some comfort in knowing that you told me about it. Now another person knows. And that's me.
And that makes it real.
Makes it so real.
I know this sounds kind of trivial in everything else that's going on, and it's important to me. Vesper, if you understand how important this is.
I do. I never got to say goodbye to my siblings that died. Never got to tell them how I feel. I want you to have that opportunity, and I will help you however I can, with what sanity I have left.
For what it's worth, I like that insane part of you, although sometimes quite terrifying.
So does Sally. She says she hates me, but I know she loves me.
Thanks for understanding. I knew you would.
Yes, of course.
And if you ever have a wedding, I'd love to come. And if I ever have a wedding, I'd love for you to be there.
Yes, we will be each other's best men.
I'm not sure I know what that is, but it sounds nice to have a man who is the best.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
I feel like Torrent would try to be the best, or at least say he's the best, but really not. I'm not too sure.
He's the good man.
The best man.
That's reserved for you, buddy.
And his frostbitten fingers are like that.
For you.
Sidril grabs his hands, and he's very warm. He's like a little fireball, and he's gonna just pull you in like a brother and just make sure you're warm.
Puts it against his tits.
Against his hard nipple. Yeah, just
Okay.
Ah!
Watch your hands.
This is my strong hand.
Well, not anymore. Unless you warm it up and get feeling to it. It's gonna be your not there hand, says Sally helpfully from the back.
It's moving.
You're gonna
You see it?
Oh, yay, you still goon with the same hand.
Then why would you say that?
Sorry, I'm just still surprised I'm here, but here we are. And so you pass the perimeter of Misttown, and the lighthouse comes into view. Something about it is different. The closer you climb up that hill, the easier it is to notice. The storm does not touch the lighthouse. And once you pass this unseen bubble, it stops completely. Everybody make a perception check, please.
This and this. Okay.
Okay. Kazuhiko, what'd you get?
10.
Vesper?
15.
Sidrio?
16.
Solana?
8.
Torrent?
15.
Okay. Solana is... You only got an 8, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Solana's the only one that is overly distracted. Like, she trips before she gets to the barrier and isn't standing next to you guys in the scene. She's like coughing and sputtering and spitting up snow.
Yeah.
And Sally actually steps through the bubble to like help lift her up and like brush her off. But the rest of you are so focused on what's happening in the tower at the moment. There is this thinking how to describe this. It's also a permeating feeling as a visual. In one of the upper windows, the very, very top, they sometimes call it the Widow's Peak or the Widow's Watch. But in the nest, where that big brazier is that is usually lit and then reflected with mirrors out into sea, it wasn't lit as far as you remember when you were here the first time. But now it is. And it is a white flame, burning bright and wicked hot. And then below your feet, there's a shifting. Like something moving in the earth. Those of you that got above a 12 on this perception, it is raw magic. The door opens on its own, and standing there with a slight smile on his face is a familiar figure. Everyone go ahead and look at stream in just a moment. I should have had this prepped at just the perfect time, but everything's loading. Maybe it's loading. Give it a minute. But I will say, you know who this is. He knows who you are. You've dealt with him many times before. And he seems pleased with you and himself.
It's Trellis.
I was thinking too.
I'm trying to find...
Evil Trellis.
I'm trying to find... Whatever, this will work. I don't have the other art. I don't know where it is. Okay.
New art?
And he says, you know, I was expecting you a lot faster than you arrived. And we're gonna end there. with Arendor standing
Fucking
in
knew
the
it, dude.
doorway.
Son of a bitch.
Fucking knew it.
Dad of a bitch, actually.
You want me to send you the new art so you can show everyone?
Yeah, I was looking for it. I was like, God, I should have had this prepped. I knew it was coming.
I sent it to you, but I was like, maybe you don't know where it is.
I don't know where I saved it.
Here, I'll send it in DMs. There, this one.
Show chat. This is what he looks like now.
A wizard is never late.
He arrives exactly when he means to. Which is right now, clearly, when I meant to.
I planned this.
I planned this. Okay, here's the new art.
Oh yeah, that's a beaut.
He's so cute.
He's so cute.
Wow, I
you
love
go.
his hair color. Amazing.
No, there's his new. There he is. There's his new art.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
He looked like a Viking.
runes scrawled across his face, up and down. Even more age than when we first saw him. Beard well kept, long braids. His hair slightly unkempt. It's got the same black undertones as his brother. But there's something raw about him and incredibly feral. And that's where we end.
Good Lord of mercy.
He needs sleep.
Yeah.
This looks so good though. Let's go.
He looks hot. I would date him for sure.
The lighthouse is lit. The beacons are lit. Gondor calls for aid, guys.
And then next episode we go to the other party.